Welcome to another episode of Live from Jacksonville. I'm your host, Amadeus. Joining me on this episode is Lisa Thomas from the Jacksonville Festival and Fairgrounds to talk about the insane concert lineup for this year's fair, and comedian Zach Rushing, who's coming to Five in Riverside on August 22nd. But first, let's run down what's coming to town in the next few weeks. The Florida Theater has the Wiggles performing on August 13th. Moonlight Princesses, a K-pop experience, on Saturday, August 22nd. Starship featuring Mickey Thomas on Sunday, August 23rd. And country music legend Pam Tillis will be performing at the WJCT Studios on Thursday, September 3rd. This show is presented. Get to floridatheater.com for tickets on these shows and others. The St. Augustine Amphitheater has a huge country show on Sunday, August 16th with Jordan Davis and Stella Lefty. 80s legends Squeeze with Adam Ant and Haircut 100 will be at the Amp on Tuesday, August 18th. Blues legend Buddy Guy on Saturday, August 22nd. And Blues Traveler with the Gin Blossoms and the Spin Doctors will be at the Amp on Friday, September 4th. TheAmp.com for details on those tickets. The Thrasher Horn Center has Rumors ATL, a Fleetwood Mac tribute on Friday, August 14th. The Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy on August 28th and 29th. This is a 21 and up cocktail experience dedicated to the stories of Edgar Allan Poe. It looks pretty cool. You have to check out all the details on this unique event and get tickets at thcenter.org. Oh, and don't forget, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member and Heart lead singer Ann Wilson will be at the TH Center on Sunday, September 13th. At ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, Barry Manilow, the last Jacksonville concert, is Thursday, August 13th. This is a rescheduled date due to some health issues that Barry had a few months ago. Listen, if you've never seen Barry Manilow, but you want to, this tour will be your last chance, so try not to miss it. Benson Boone will be at the arena on Thursday, August 25th. Actually, I think that's Tuesday, August 25th. You can get tickets at arena.jax.com for these and other shows. Okay, my first guest is comedian Zach Rushing, who's coming to Five Jacksonville on Saturday, August 22nd. And I was surprised when Zach called, and it was actually Zach on the phone and not some manager or handler connecting us.
No, I run my own stuff. I ain't got no assistant. Can't afford one.
It's always nice when you get the call and it's actually the person calling and not somebody going, please hold for.
Sure, no, buddy. My comedy tour is called the Redneck Logic Tour. Rednecks don't have assistants. They can't keep up with us.
I hear you, brother. I hear you on that. That's how we know how real someone is, if they call us themselves or if they have their people call us.
That's my nickname, buddy. They call me the realist.
I love it. We're looking forward to seeing the Redneck Logic Tour at Five in Jacksonville on Saturday, August 22nd.
Absolutely, buddy. I can't wait to get back to Jacksonville. I ain't been back in 3 years. The last time I was there, my show sold out in 2 hours. It was one of my best shows in my entire career. I am looking forward to it. I can't tell you how excited I am to come back. I love Jacksonville.
I'm looking forward to seeing you coming to town. I've never seen you perform.
A lot of people haven't, man. I'm the best kept secret of the comedy world because I'm not your typical cookie cutter type comedian. I'm more of along the lines of a cross between the old school Richard Pryor and like a Larry the Cable Guy.
I was going to ask, do you feel like there's a new generation of like the blue collar comedians coming up right now? And if you do, is that you?
I can tell you that I don't think there's a new generation of us coming up. I believe that we're hated on so much for being simple thinking and just doing things the old ways, the traditional ways, and still treating people with respect and not living the rock star lifestyle, that people just kind of overshadow us. So I don't think that a new generation is coming, but I can tell you that if I'm the only one standing there, I'm standing there with pride.
That's awesome, man. We love that. So I'll be honest, I didn't know a whole lot about you until I heard that you were coming to town, so I started doing a little research. You're from Mississippi, right outside Biloxi, right?
Yes, sir. A little town called Wool Market, Mississippi, where the men are men and the sheep are nervous.
And then you played college ball in Wyoming.
Yes, sir. I played left guard. I was offensive lineman. I didn't get and score no touchdowns. I never got the pretty girls or anything like that, but I got to hit somebody every play, so that made me happy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
Could have something to do with my skewed version of reality these days, but hey, it worked out.
A couple of hard knocks to the head.
A bunch of them, rascal.
So how did you go from Mississippi to playing football in Wyoming? What was was that like your goal to maybe one day be in the NFL?
Originally, yes. Any kid that grows up playing football, you always want to go to the NFL, but you learn quickly as you hit adulthood that your plan means absolutely nothing. God's plan is way better. And the senior year of my football career, I was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. and that ended my football career. And I was already in law school. I had a backup plan that I was going to go be a lawyer after football if it didn't work out, and that pretty much shut that down too. Went through 5 years of chemo and radiation, through 3 different rounds of it. I had to go back. It kept on coming back and back and back, and finally, I just got pissed off, to be honest with you. I said, I'm over this, and I started going into my chemo and radiation treatments mad as a dang wet. I'm talking about a wet setting hen. I'm talking about when I first started, I was going in as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Once I got mad, stuff got way easier, is all I can tell you, because it's like my body said, look, I'm getting this stuff out of me. I got a life to live. I still want to be here on this earth, because whenever you back a dog into a corner, he's either going to roll over and play dead or he's going to come out swinging. And I just chose to come out swinging.
I love that story because my sister was also a fighter, and her doctor, when she got diagnosed, she said, "How long do I have?" And he pointed his finger and said, "Do not do that. Do not become a statistic. You find something to fight for, and you fight."
No, I fight always. That's why I do so much work with children with cancer and homeless veterans and whatnot. I don't want anybody to ever think that they're forgotten or not cared about. That's my mentality. Everybody on this earth right here matters.
That's so true. And God bless you and continued health for you. All right. So take me from football to want to be a lawyer. The cancer gets past you. How do you get into comedy?
The cancer. The cancer and the chemo radiation treatments really changed my mentality about life, because when I chose and made the decision that I want to be here and I'm going to do whatever I can in order to stay on this earth, I also realized that every day on this earth is a gift. That's why they call it the present. And I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to make memories. I'm going to meet people. And I started looking around, and I realized very quickly that in today's time, when you look around the world that we live in, especially in this nation, you ain't got to look too far to find something to laugh at. It's there. You just got to realize the funny part of it. And that's why I named my tour the Redneck Logic Tour. I believe that rednecks are the most clear-thinking group of individuals in the whole world, because we don't overcomplicate things. We simplify it down to its bare necessities, and we fix the problem from there. And we do that on such a vigorous rate that there's so many different instances of it that I was able to just name my tour after it, because that's what I am on stage. I am a comedian, but I'm a storyteller. I'm telling you redneck stories, good old boy stories about my family, trials and tribulations, things that went wrong, things that went right, and everybody can relate to it because it's real. I'm not flying in private jets here, yonder, and there. I ain't doing none of that. I'm trucking it down the road with my family, and we doing this as a family ordeal, and we trying to make America laugh.
Man, it sounds like a tent revival.
It's basically what it is, man. I tell you, we have a good time out on the road, get to see a lot of amazing places. Haven't been to Jacksonville in 3 years, like I said, but I'm excited to come back.
Well, we're excited to see you. Before we get into the show a little more in depth, can you tell me about Triple B Outdoors? Because I just learned about that, and you guys have this, amazing baseball jersey that says "Kicking Ass since 1776." Like, I want to order one of those.
Well, I'll bring you one when I come down to Jacksonville, buddy, just for taking the time out of the day to talk to old country boy like me.
How did Triple B
Outdoors, I founded in 2019. And tossing around the idea, I've always wanted to do something in the outdoors. It's always been a passion of mine. I hunt, I fish. I was never the kid to stay inside and play video games. I always wanted to be outside making mud pies or sliding down a hill or hunting or fishing or something like that. And I walked in the house one day and I told my daddy, I said, "Hey, I'm creating an outdoor brand." He said, "How you going to keep them boys that you don't like from wearing your outdoor brand?" And what he was basically talking about is what we like to refer to as half country. And it's solidified by the people driving around on the road that have half a lift kit. That's just the front of their trucks jacked up. They can't afford to do the back of them. So he wanted to know how I was going to keep that from wearing my brand. And I told him it's very simple. I'm going to make my brand stand for something. He said, "What you going to do?" And I told him, I said, for every item I ever sell from Triple B Outdoors, I'm going to feed a homeless veteran for a day, because that's the least I can do for somebody who made a sacrifice to keep this country free. And as from November 11th to 2019, up until today, we fed over 137,000 homeless veterans just from people out there that want to rep a brand that stands for something that ain't just in it for the profit.
What? I did not read that. That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man. It's not a congratulations. It's just a thank you.
Well, thank you.
I am a huge supporter of the United States military. They get a bad rap for trying to keep this country free, because everybody out there has got a skewed sense of reality, and then people need to get the hell out of my country.
Man, I love it. I love it. Well, then, yes, thank you for thanking them for their service by doing that. It's amazing. And the Triple B is bass, bucks, and birds. So obviously you're a little bit of a hunter.
I'm a hunter. I am. The way that we actually, it's kind of a funny story about how Bass, Bucks, and Birds Triple B Outdoors came to do. I was at the hunting camp with my buddies, and we was playing poker, and I got really, really drunk on wild turkey. And I woke up the next morning, and there was a napkin sitting on the poker table at the hunting lodge that had 3 Bs on it with some very poorly drawn animals inside of it. And I walked in there, and my buddy was making coffee. I said, "What the hell is this right here?" He said, "That's you last night. You got on that gobble gobble, and you kept on talking about how you was going to create an outdoor brand, and it was going to be called Bass, Bucks, and Birds, Triple B Outdoors, and the slogan was going to be never an off season." And I looked at that napkin, and I kind of held it out with my squinting my eyes. I said, "That's a horrible drawing, but that's a great idea." So I just kind of ran with it, and our slogan is never an off season because you're either bass fishing, deer hunting, duck hunting, or turkey hunting. There's never an off day when it comes to the outdoors.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Well, I'm going to be definitely getting one of those shirts, and I do not want you to bring me one because I want to contribute to what you're doing for our veterans.
Well, you can get anything you want, buddy, at tripleboutdoors.com. That's BBBOutdoors.com, and you can find all my comedy show tickets at ZachRushingLive.com.
All right, before I let you go, tell me about what to expect at a Zach Rushing show, a live show.
What you're going to expect to see at my show is something different than any other comedy show you've ever seen because you're going to see real people. You're going to see real down-to-earth people who've never been to a comedy show. That is one of the things that happens at all of my shows is people come in, they've never been into a theater. They're blue-collar workers. They swing a hammer every day. They work hard for their family. They try to do right. They live by the Bible, and they love their neighbor. That's the type of people you're going to see at my show. You're not going to see some hood rat come in my show. You're not going to see nobody coming in that's making no trouble or nothing like that. You may see some protesters going on outside my show from some of the cities that I go to that don't want me in their cities, but that's because of my political views, and I wish I gave a damn. What you're going to see at my shows is some seriously good, down-home, red, white, and blue-blooded Americans. They coming in, they want to hear some funny stories, they want to have a good time, and they want to leave and not cause no problems. That is the country way of life, and that is redneck logic in a sense. It's basically doing things the simple way, the right way, treating everybody with respect, and having a good damn time.
The Redneck Logic Tour hits 5 in Jacksonville on Saturday, August 22nd. Zach, give everyone the website one more time to get tickets.
Oh, yeah, you can grab all them tickets at ZachRushingLive.com. Right, you type in that little search bar right there at the top of your browser. It's going to bring you right there. You're going to see my ugly mug. Scroll down, choose Jacksonville, and get them tickets. I'm coming. I'm coming with a vengeance. I ain't been there in 3 years, and I'm excited to come back.
You can also grab tickets to Zach's show at 5jacks.com. And finally, the Greater Jacksonville Agricultural Fair returns November 5th through the 15th at its brand new home, the Jacksonville Festival and Fairgrounds on Normandy Boulevard, right next door to the Equestrian Center. I recently invited Chief Marketing Officer for the all-new Duval Hall and Jack's Amphitheater, Lisa Thomas, to sit down and chat about these great new venues and all things Jack's Fair.
The new location is spectacular, and I just want to say first and foremost, no, it is not that far away.
It's really not.
It's not.
I drive out that way a lot. My mom lives down in Central Florida, and for me to get to 301, I like taking Normandy instead of I-10.
Love it.
And you go by, you get there like so quick. Back in the old days, like when I was a kid, like that was a million miles away. But now I realize it's literally it's like 7 miles, I think.
It's not far. I live in Murray Hill, Riverside, and it takes me exactly 17 minutes with traffic, everyone, to get to work.
Yeah, it's not that bad at all. The
No,
Fairgrounds, you gave us a little hard hat tour. Gosh, it's been a couple of months now.
Yeah.
Just one of the most brilliantly laid out venues, not only music venue, but also for, like Comic-Cons and home and patio shows and those kinds of things. Can you tell us a little bit about Duval Hall?
Yeah, definitely. So Duval Hall is a multi-purpose space. So it is a bona fide music hall. We have an amazing sound system that's been put in there. We've had a few test shows, and they've gone splendidly. It sounds, and I'm a sound person, so it's spectacular. It's made for 2,900 capacity, but you can half the hall. So you can go anywhere from 5, 6, 7, 800 person show, seated, standing, whatever you want. You can half the hall. It could be 1,500. You can open it up and have 2,900 at capacity.
It's so well thought out.
It really, really is.
Yeah.
And I attribute that to Bill Olson, our CEO. He is one smart dude.
I told you in the past the reason I started this podcast was because we have so many great music venues in town.
Yes.
And so frequently I would talk about either on the air or on Facebook about a show I saw, and people would be like, oh, I didn't know they were in town. So I wanted to let people know what's coming around. So the fact that now we have another new venue, really it's 2 in 1.
It is.
Because there's Duval Hall, and then brilliantly laid out on the backside of Duval Hall is the stage to Jack's Amphitheater.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So Jack's Amphitheater, and it's coming along splendidly. We're still building it as of now, is a 10,000 capacity. It's going to be anywhere between like 10 and 12. So let's just say 10,000 capacity open air amphitheater. We have around 3,400 fixed seats. We have a 1,000-person orchestra pit where people can stand right up in front of the stage. And then we have a massive lawn area, which I'm a lawn girl, so I'm super stoked on the lawn.
And the seats, that's covered with like a roof, right? Or like a covering.
Yes, eventually it will be.
Okay, yeah.
As we're building, yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, as a music lover and concert goer, thank you. And thank you to the fair for bringing this new venue to town.
Yes.
It's just going to give me one more thing, or actually 2 more things to talk about as far as artists coming to town. And I'm super excited. I've been saying for years, maybe even decades, that the Jacksonville Fair needs to move out to the west side, out by the Equestrian Center. I've been begging for that.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, when the day Bill got announced as the new president, we were standing there watching a show, and I looked up at him and I said, I've been begging your predecessor, Gail, to move this fair out. And he looked at me and goes, I have a meeting on Wednesday. I was like, what? It's finally happening. And that's been several years now.
It has. It's been a long time coming. I mean, it's people... I think most people realize what a large project it is. It's 82 acres, 82 plus acres, and then we have an extra 60 acres for future growth as well.
So think about that. You're going from 8 acres.
15
Or 15 you had before?
Yes,
to
just 15.
82.
Yes.
That's insane.
It really is. So let's just say that we have a lot of room to stretch our legs and also for parking.
And I've been going to the Jacksonville Fair since 4th grade when I moved here. I knew forever that it's bigger than what the space, allowed. It had outgrown that space years ago.
So much. I most recently started working with the Fairgrounds, and what you used to go to downtown, which of course Shad Khan owns that piece of land now. During the actual fair, it was that piece of land, plus we would have the areas around it were in our lease, but just during the fair.
Okay.
So it was a little bit bigger, not too much during the fair time.
Right.
But still, we are, 4 times the size now.
We've talked about this, I think, in the past when I was going. The animals were kept under the bleachers at the old Gator Bowl.
Oh, my God.
Did I tell you that before?
You did.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
And it's crazy how much, that, first of all, that area has grown because the old Coliseum was there. And that's where they had shows. And now that's just, it's crazy.
I miss that Coliseum.
I do too, actually, even though the sound wasn't great, but I was a kid having fun. All right, let's talk about the lineup at the fair, because you guys swung for the fences.
Yeah, we did. We came out swinging, right?
I believe there's 11 nights of fair.
Yes.
And 10, major artists coming to town.
Yes.
Kicking it off on November 5th with JJ Gray and Mofro.
Woohoo! Hometown boy.
That's a big show.
It's huge. It's selling really well. So get your tickets, everybody.
For
ASAP.
People that haven't seen JJ Gray, tell us about that.
Oh, man. The last time I saw him at St. Augustine Amphitheater. Shout out to St. Augustine Amphitheater. And it was, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. We were backstage watching it, and I'm like, man, I got to go out front. And I have to watch this. It was just contagious. The vibe in the air really was.
Yeah.
And so I ran out and around and went up by the sound guy, and I was like, this is incredible. And I still have that video. I took video, and oh man.
JJ Gray is one of those artists that plays in the area somewhat frequently, but it's almost like it's his hometown party, and you just have to go to it.
It really is. It's a good party, too.
That's going to be fun. On November 6th, you guys have Grace Potter with Lamont Landers, who I think I just saw with Alabama Shakes.
Yes, he was touring with them.
He is amazing. That was my first time seeing him.
You don't expect that voice, do you?
I did not know what to expect, and man, I was blown away. And Grace Potter, what a great act.
She's the legend. I am super stoked on that. Yeah.
She was with the band, the Nocturnals.
Yeah.
So
Grace Potter and the Nocturnals.
Yeah, that's no longer part of her.
Nope.
Setup. Okay, but still, I'm sure she'll be doing some of those songs.
Yeah, and she has some great players with her too. So, yeah.
Looking forward to that one. November 7th. Oh my gosh. Dwight Yoakam.
I know.
I first saw
Cadillacs.
Yeah, I know. I first saw Dwight on that album tour. I think that was 87. The Guitars Cadillacs tour. And Dwight I've seen Dwight probably a dozen times between Miami and Atlanta and here. He's one of those guys I travel for. He is amazing.
Yeah, and he hits so many. People are like, oh, he's country. I'm like, he hits so many genres of people who love so many different genres.
Yeah.
Love Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a cover of there's a Queen song, Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Yes, I love that.
I mean, his version of some of these I think he does Purple Rain. He did that on the last album.
He did.
So many great songs that he can cover and get away with almost as a bluegrass cover. If you've never seen Dwight, if I had to pick one show that you have to go to, I would say Dwight is it. I know this is another huge show, not really in my wheelhouse, but I will not miss on November 8th, the Pop 2000 tour.
Oh, man.
Who all's in this show?
Boy bands are back, baby. Well, it's hosted by Chris Kirkpatrick
from NSYNC.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's Ryan Cabrera, O-Town, LFO, and BB Mac.
You had to close your eyes and run down the list, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That's a huge show. Back in the time that they were out, I was working at WAPE.
Okay.
And we played all those artists, and they were huge. And I know there's going to be a certain generation of ladies and gentlemen and their kids now.
Yes.
Because a lot of these people's kids have gotten into that early 2000s music. This is going to be a fun show.
Yeah, so online, that's what we're seeing. It's like all the hot moms are like, we're going.
And bringing their little kids.
Yeah.
All right, November 9th, Skillet. This is a fun show. This was really out of the box, I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't. There's a lot of these you wouldn't think you'd see at a traditional fair, and I would say that Skillet would be with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, Red Jumpsuit is going to be opening that one up.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, that one's going to be really busy too. So get your tickets, please.
It really is out of the box, and like you said, not what you expect to see at a fair. You guys really are kind of redefining what fair concerts could be, especially because you have this new venue.
Yep.
Before, it was a stage that was brought in on an 18-wheeler, kind of popped up like a transformer.
Yeah.
But now this is the real deal.
Right. And we are, you nailed it. We are transforming what that means.
Yeah.
We're changing that. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. November 10th, Corey Smith, another guy that just has a huge following.
Yeah.
Kind of like a J.J. Gray, I would think.
Yeah. And he's very independent minded. I mean, I think he's had basically every major over the years want him. And he's like, nope. And he's stuck to his guns and he is on his own and he does really well. He's great.
You're right. Independent is the best way to describe him.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he is one of those artists that couldn't be controlled by anyone.
Nope.
So he knows where his lane is and he stays right in it. All right, November 11th. I'm super excited about this one. I think this is the first artist that you told me months ago that you guys were vying for. It's Veterans Day too.
I know.
And you have Jake Owen with Rockland Road.
So that's really exciting. We've had a lot of calls about Jake Owen for sure. And what I learned about Jake Owen is that he is this amazing golf player too.
Mm-hmm, yep.
So like top of the tier golf player. So I was like, okay, well, he's just well-rounded. But yeah, that's going to be a good one. And like you said, on Veterans Day, we open up early that day. So 12 noon.
I'm stoked. I'm a huge Jake fan. He's been around for years. I know he's a Vero Beach guy.
Yeah.
So he's a Florida guy. I've seen him perform many times barefooted. So he just gives that vibe on stage where he's just out there to have fun and you're in for the party.
Yeah.
Smash Mouth, Fastball, and 9 Days.
Man, it's a 90s kind of like night. That is going to be such a party. Smash Mouth is so much fun, and their new lead singer is really good, man. That guy is great.
They had that one album, I think it's called Astro Lounge, back in the 90s that just blew, like every single track was so much fun.
I mean, how many times have they gone viral on TikTok?
I know, right?
Yeah.
And now there's a new Shrek movie coming out.
Oh, no.
So that song's coming back again in the trailer. So November 13th, 311 with Sitting on Saturn.
Yeah, Sitting on Saturn.
I don't know them.
They're good. They're in that same vein of music for sure. 311, I'm not just saying this to say it. That one is selling crazy. Obviously, I don't think that shocks anyone. So please get your tickets to that show if you plan on coming. And yeah, that's Jake Owen and 311. You know, the phone calls I've fielded at work, I just have to share this because it's funny, is more of, I'm just calling to see if they're really coming.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's funny because around the building, when I told people Dwight Yoakam was coming, they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Dwight Yoakam will be at the fair this year.
Yeah.
And again, you guys are just kind of like redefining what acts should and could be at a fair because of this Jacksonville Amphitheater.
Yes.
It's
and
changing everything.
something for everyone. Something for everybody. Everybody goes to the fair. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On the last Saturday of the fair, not the last day, but the last Saturday, tell us about what you got. You guys have something really cool going on.
We do. What we decided to do is if you have a general admission ticket into the fair, then you get into the amphitheater because we want to show it off. We want to show it off to Jacksonville. We want to show it off to Northeast Florida. Because, you know, we're a regional fair.
And South Georgia.
Yeah, South Georgia. You are totally right. We always get a lot of people from Brunswick, Kingsland, Waycross, even as far as Savannah, down for a lot of the events we've been doing. So you are right. And so that's going to be a day where if you have a general admission ticket into the fair, then you can come out and check out the amphitheater. And we are going to have really cool tribute acts. Right now we have a Heart-Shaped Box, which is a Nirvana tribute. They're local. They're really super fun. They're really good. And let me get this right because I've heard them and I'm like, whoa, these guys are talented. It's A Foreigner's Journey to Boston. And they cover all three, y'all. They cover all three and they cover them really well.
That's a great name for a tribute band because you know, if you go see a tribute band that's a tribute to one band, you know what you're going to get. But with three bands like that, there's so many hits and songs, even deep cuts.
Yeah.
That could be, do you know what time that show's starting?
That one, well, we open at 12 that day, but we'll start the bands probably right around 5:36.
Okay.
Yeah, so early.
I want to be there for that one in particular.
Yeah, they're good. It's a deal.
And finally, the last night of the fair is Sunday, November 15th. Again, this is a show when you told me, I thought this cannot be right. Low Cash.
Yeah.
Number one, huge. But opening up for them, John Morgan, and I don't know if you guys knew when you booked how insanely huge that is.
Tim Hall, who did the booking, has, you know, his ear to the ground. And I have to share this with you because he was like telling us and our board of directors, listen, I'm telling you guys, this guy, John Morgan. And I'm like, okay, all right, if you say so, I know how Tim rolls. Yeah. And, you know, then the board of directors are like, okay. And then, you know, it was a few weeks and we came in here and spoke with you. And then we had some of the board coming up to us being like, oh my gosh, I heard him on the radio. I keep hearing him all over the radio.
Yeah. We had him, we do this this kind of little music festival at the beach every year. And 2 summers ago, we had him. He was just kind of breaking out with his first single and just already a huge following back then. So Sunday, November 15th is going to be a big night for you guys.
Big night. I like his song, Remember Us. I think that is the name of it.
Yeah.
Is that the name?
Yep.
That's a good song.
He's got so many great songs. Only, I think, 2 or 3 on the radio so far. But if you pick up his album and listen, you'll just be like, wow, this guy, not the next big thing, but the next huge thing.
Okay.
Like he's going to be, you know, A-lister already.
Playing stadiums.
Absolutely. So this is that last night. Low Cash and John Morgan is
going out with a bang.
Huge show. All right, let's give all the information on where people can buy tickets because they're already on sale and at a great price too.
See, and that is the thing. I want to tell everybody first and foremost that with your concert ticket, you have general admission into the fair.
Okay.
So come see the concert, but go and enjoy the actual fair too, because we have so much going on, such a long list of things at the fair to do. So come and enjoy both.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's great prices, and just head over to jacksonvillefair.com and it'll lead you right to tickets. You can't miss where to buy tickets on our website. So,
and while you're there, you can check out everything for Duval Hall.
Yeah.
In addition to the fair, the Jack's Amphitheater.
Yes.
Because now it's kind of, I said 2 in 1. It's kind of 3 in 1 venues now.
It's 3 in 1 because, man, if I could list all the different organizations, I'm just going to keep it at that have called festival organizers that are like, we want to do a festival there.
Yeah.
And these are festivals that people would know the name if I said them.
The way Jacksonville is growing out, because, to the east of us, there's an ocean.
Yeah.
So it's growing out that way. And the way everything else is kind of coming in, you guys are in a sweet spot for everyone to want to be, like you said, from Georgia, anywhere in North Florida, even Central Florida, that Stark area, from your door to Stark's, city limit signs like 19 miles. And people may not realize that.
Yeah, Gainesville, actually, we get a lot of, for our events that we've done, we get a lot of the Gainesville zip code as well. Because it's not, it's, drive fast, 40
hop on
minutes.
301 and you're right there. Lisa, we are so excited here at the radio station. Both of our radio stations are super pumped to be working with you guys.
We love working with you.
Yeah, and we love working with you guys too. Like I said, I've been a fan of the fair since I was in 4th grade. Working at WAPE, we were there like every night I was there for almost 17 years.
I have photos, by the way.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
Probably some of them incriminating. But we are super excited for the new Jacksonville Festival and Fairgrounds. And we're looking forward to everything that's coming over the next several years.
We are too. And I have lived in Jacksonville a very long time, and I think this is going to be so good too for our local music scene, which is absolutely amazing. Shout out to our local music scene.
It's funny, when I first met you and we first got to talking about how long we've been here, we both went to shows, like even at Einstein, down on the beach in the 80s, I guess.
Yep.
It had to be in the 80s.
It's in the 80s.
So you and I have both been around the music scene in Jacksonville for our entire lives. I'm surprised we didn't cross paths until, I would say, more recently. It's been several years. But I love working with you. I love your history. I love your passion for live music, and you're what this podcast is all about, and you and Tim both. So thank you for coming in and sharing this lineup with what few listeners I have so far, but we're growing.
Yeah, and fast.
Yeah, hopefully so. But we're really looking forward to everything. JacksonvilleFair.com.
Yes.
For the lineup. Get your tickets early because these are going to be shows you do not want to miss.
100%.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
The Jacksonville Fair is going to be epic this year. Get to JacksonvilleFair.com to purchase your tickets today. That wraps up this episode. I'll be back soon to let you know what's happening live from Jacksonville.